Dude, Bannon's a funny one because
Bannon's super
like whatever
in
you
jail.
think of him, he's one of those guys that everyone says is like this guy's a Nazi, and you listen to him to speak, and he's like the most reasonable guy.
Yeah, he sounds always nice. He sounds very professional, always like someone's reasonable dad. But then, yeah,
Exactly. He sounds like someone's reasonable dad. Like there's all these podcasts that'll have him on, and it'll be like a big controversy. Like, oh my god, these guys had this Nazi on, gave him a platform, and then he speaks. He's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe the government's spending too much. He's like so normal.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering, like, did I miss the early stuff where he was?
I think in those cases they get like a few clips of them saying something like that, and then they get pinned that, and then.
Also, the fact that he was like Trump's guy, I think that's
he was Trump's guy, and he made Breitbart, didn't he? He made Breitbart, which is a media company.
That wasn't him, was it?
He was like the managing editor.
I gotta know more about Bannon before I talk
Andrew
about
Breitbart.
No, Breitbart died like
Andrew Breitbart was like the original like Ponin Libs guy.
Yeah. No, he was totally back in the day, right? But he passed away, and then I think Steve Bannon took it over. He was like the chief editor or something like that.
Okay, yeah, he was a Breitbart guy. A lot of those guys, all of those like Gamergate guys were Breitbart guys. Like Milo Yiannopoulos was like a.
It's just so funny how like Trump, all these people that spent their lives building him, like Bannon loved Trump, did everything to make him president, and then as soon as something goes wrong, Trump just goes, "Yeah, I don't know, I'm done with him. I don't care." Like he just fires them all. He doesn't give a shit. Roger Stone he helped out, which was shocking, but that's because of the Boys Cast.
And that was because of the Boys Cast.
That's because of the Boys Cast.
Roger Stone was also like begging him, like he went on every interview being like, "Yo, Trump's the man, please, Daddy."
Yeah, but I think it was the Boys Cast appearance that threw it over the edge.
People got mad at me for having him on. I got like heat for that.
Really? Because well, you tipped it over and you got him freed.
Well, that's what everyone was gonna like. I'm still fucking with my camera here to get it back to normal.
You gotta call those $7 support, dude. $7 support's not gonna pick up on you. Hey, this is saying
like everyone's like, oh, he's the worst. You should have him on. And I was like, yeah, just why are you following me? Like, what are you? Like you're just keeping track on me to make sure I don't have the right guests on my podcast.
I guess people are watching, but also you just did the joke for them. Like you did the joke where you're like, I got barred. As a joke, Steven, he had Roger Stone on, and then a couple of days later, Trump pardoned him. So Ryan just put out this video saying like, hey guys, the Boys Cast came through. We helped the guy out.
Trump's watching you, dude. Trump's checking you out.
Trump obviously watched the show. It's a good joke.
He's a Boys Cast fan.
People took it seriously, and they were like, hey, why are you doing that? I guess you kind of gave him the joke, Ryan. You're like, you said it's a joke, but it's satire. But they're taking it literally and being like, why'd you?
Dude, I got it from both. I got it from both sides though, because the left wing people are like, he's the worst, and you had him on, and then like a lot of right wing people were like, that guy's a Mossad agent, like he's in on it, like
yeah,
right. Dude, people were saying I'm part of it. People were saying like Ryan's like complicit in like deep state, like whatever. Wow. And I was like, yeah, okay.
People don't understand apolitical people anymore. And I think you were talking about it where like they want to know which side you're on and they insist that you take a side. Like even if you don't take a side, they go, oh, you're in the center. And it's like, wait, exactly. No, maybe I'm not even in the center. Maybe I'm not playing your game. And so that's what's annoying is like when you have someone on, they immediately assume you're taking a stand. You're saying where you lie. I
Dude,
find
Howard
it idiotic.
Stern had like the head of the fucking KKK on like regularly. I was like...
Yeah, it's weird how some people just get away with it too. Like Biden just got they just let him go on his sexual harassment. I mean, I'm not saying that we got to let people go on their sexual harassment, but it does seem selective and like political. It's weird. It's like I mean that's you brought up Metzger. He has the best joke about like politicians can say what we want. We're comedians. We gotta campaign like we're politicians. Yeah. I guess if you're right wing though, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I think.
It's both,
as long as it's not on TV.
You get like more forgiveness. You get like more hate if you're on the right, but then the right never cancels its own, which you talk a lot about.
That's not true, dude.
I mean, that's Amisha's thing. That's Amisha's
rip. It was like that for 3 years. Now go on like the right wing like internet culture. It's all of them like fighting with each other about like everything.
Oh yeah. So now it's the new thing. That's the new wave that's going to come. Because Milo Yiannopoulos they canceled too.
Yeah, but they didn't cancel him. But yeah, I know that was he getting canceled for. What he said on Rogan or whatever, but like there's like the same thing like the way him and Ben Shapiro were fighting. It's like once that culture became like a cool culture for like kids or whatever, it took about half hour. It took about 6 months of everyone being like, yeah, this is sick, and then being like, yo, fuck that guy, fuck this guy. And they're all just
yeah. Yeah, they're not a fringe movement anymore. So now they're big enough that they're canceling each other too, right? Yeah, no, I haven't.
They're canceling each other for like being pussies and stuff, though, not for what they say necessarily.
Right. Well, kind of like that Trump ad where the Trump put out the anti-Biden ad, and he's calling me a xenophobe what? Pussy. Like, don't you know what I mean? Like that does happen, and the girls do it hard, man. So we have one person.
The right loves canceling people for being the pedophile stuff. That's their like big ace in the hole. They'll be like, yeah, well, look at this. Like remember James Gunn or whatever. I get it. They're like, because they don't actually care. They're like, oh, if you're gonna cancel us for all this stuff, like, how about this? You talking about fucking a 12-year-old? And it's like, I was just joking. It's like, well, they were just joking. So I do get it, like what they're doing.
I think they want to cancel people for like gay stuff too, a little bit, like gay.
Well, I guess that's bad for you.
Underage. Hey, man, we're all
bad news for me.
Hey, even you and your dad. No more blowjobs on the dad, Ryan. No more blowjobs on the dad,
Ryan's
Ryan.
Gonna miss that one.
but dude,
Ryan's gonna miss slobbing on the knob.
Slobbing on the knob, dude. Yeah, there's so much of that though. But remember the guy said, you guys, Alex Morse, the leftist can't, like a bunch of left-wing people canceled him. But part of his canceling was they were appealing to like the conservative like people that were there, maybe because it was a gay guy who was dating. He was like, he worked at the university, or whatever, but he was a gay guy in his early 30s, and he matched with people on Tinder who were like 18 plus, everyone. And they basically just canceled him too on the left. But they do play up that
what?
fear.
They were being too young?
There is this, like, I think there's this right-wing fear that gay guys are converting younger gay guys.
Right-wing fear? I mean, the reality of the situation.
You think that there's conversion, though?
No, they're not converting them. It's just
but that's a fear.
Talk to any gay dude and like ask if they had sex with like an older man when they were like fucking 18 or whatever. That's like par for the course.
That's par for the course. But these guys are trying to turn it into like, look, they're teaching them to be gay. Like that.
Right. They come up. Yeah. They're
that's
like,
their conspiracy, and that's what they would cancel for, I think.
Come over. I'm gonna show you how to be a good Bernie guy or whatever.
Come over. I'll show you how to be a Bernie boy. Dude, have you heard about this QAnon stuff? Dude.
Of course, yeah, obviously.
I know.
Okay, I want to say I know nothing about the QAnon stuff, but I want to say on Bannon, I can't figure out. So these people are saying the ADL, who's pretty like if you say anything, they'll call you
ADL stinks,
anti-Semite, and they're saying we are not aware of any anti-Semitic statements. So they're saying he's not. I don't know. It's hard to search like someone's entire history. I have no idea. But I've heard that so many times repeated that Bannon's an anti-Semite that I have no idea.
Oh, really? I didn't get anti-Semite. I just got general racist and general.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's probably
true. I never heard. Yeah.
When I see someone like Bannon, I just see someone who like a super corrupt politician. I mean, the thing he did with the border wall is ridiculous. And these people, they don't care who they grift from. They just want to grift on somebody. They want the money. That's actually what these people are in it for.
That's attacking your own brother.
What are you talking about?
He's stealing border. He basically, Ryan, this guy did a charity for like, hey, help us build a border wall. And then he skimmed off the top on that.
Oh, Bannon's stealing from his own? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know what they said. I guess I haven't like looked into it. Like, I'm so like skeptical of everything right now. Whenever I see anyone like, this guy did this, and I'm like, did he though? Like, I don't fucking trust anyone these days.
I mean, it happened this week. It's a pretty big scandal. And honestly, it's like a financial scandal that I can kind of just see him doing. Like, it's the kind of scandal that like if you're at the board of something, it's kind of like what Trudeau did, where he's just like, okay, pay my mom $300,000, and we'll pretend it didn't happen. Now it's obviously illegal, but these people are not professional politicians. I feel like Bannon is, he's in the game, whatever. But I think he just kind of was like, yeah, I'll just take $1 million out of this. Who gives a shit? How much money did he take?
Or they do it where they're like,
they took like $2 million, I think, out of the total $20 million, and they but their whole pitch the entire time was, we'll never take a penny, we'll never take a penny, we'll never take a penny, we'll never take a penny. And so it's like, yeah, dude, you're lying. I mean, that's the thing that sucks, is they were like, we're not going to take a penny, we're going to build a wall for you guys, da-da-da-da-da. And it's all a gigantic lie. And they were texting back and forth on like Telegram and stuff saying, oh, the public doesn't know, but we'll hide it through the shell corporation.
Oh, shit.
But won't we have to report it? Well, we'll call it the nonprofit one, and we'll sneak it through this other shell corp. It's all in the lawsuit.
Yo, can we see the TikTok of the guy's wife? Oh, so hot,
Oh,
Ryan.
dude, yeah. So this is funny, Ryan. So check this out. So after this guy says, I'll never take a penny, his wife starts TikToking all of the stuff they're buying with the money from the border wall. So like after it comes out, you can go back to this lady's TikTok. This is the boat. This is the boat they're dancing on, and this boat was bought with all the taxpayers' money, or not taxpayers. They're people who signed up to like build the wall or whatever. And she can't stop like basically posting about it. It's hilarious.
Dude, look at this girl.
Yeah, it's weird because she's. I don't know. She's like a mom, and she's really going for the I'm like 20 years old thing, which I guess, but I don't know. I think
it's just funny to try to cover up like a financial scandal, and your wife is just like, woo, money.
It is, yeah. Like this is their like pool they built with all the money. They like did a bunch of renovations, put in a slide, and the lady's like dancing there. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Where's the one of her like talking about winning over her husband? Because that's hilarious. Because she's like dancing near him, basically saying I'm so hot that he couldn't resist me, and he won't even look at her. Oh my gosh! Hang on. Let me find this off screen real quick.
Baby,
I can't find this clip. It makes me think this lady deleted it. Like, oh, never mind. I found it. Sorry. Check this out. You're gonna love this. So it's How I Won Him Over. She's dancing on this triple amputee. And look at his face as she's like trying to make it seem like this is how she won him over.
What does this have to do with QAnon?
No, it is not
absolutely
QAnon.
nothing. No. This is Steve Bannon, the wall people. This is the guy who like scammed the wall, and this is the lady can't stop TikToking about all their stuff they got. He just looks away. Look at that, Amish. Look at that. Oh my god, this guy looks miserable. This guy looks absolutely like he's having the worst time. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't imagine.
I mean, he's basically like stealing money to pay for, like it sounds like a
I think she wanted money, and so he's like, I'll get you money. I'll find it.
I mean, but she's open about it and she's joking about it. I don't know. I kind of think that's cool that she's just like, whatever. I like him because of his money. Like, I get to live in this house. And that's kind of like the message of her TikTok a little bit. And she's out in the open about it. But then he's stealing all this money to pay for it. So maybe you think she's pressuring him? Because a lot of movies, they have girls like that.
I have no idea.
But I want a new house.
I'm just spitting off the cup.
I want a brand new pool. Get the money.
No,
and then they're like, oh, let's take $1 million off the top. My baby.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought like she posts like this thing about the Range Rover they got with these people's money, and she's like, and I know a friend who donated to this wall. I mean, there's a lot of people in Texas who donated. There's a lot of Republicans in Texas, obviously. So one of the guys, he texted me right after I released the video, and he's like, hey, I donated to the wall. They scammed me. And I was like, yeah, sorry to tell you.
Wow.
But
just pay your taxes. That goes to the wall now if Trump wins.
Yeah, no,
it's a separate organization.
No, yeah, this private company like was basically saying they're going to build the wall, and this lady is basically saying, yeah, this Range Rover that you guys bought me, it's mommy's money. I made it as a model. She was trying to say that on TikTok, and actually it's from the guy. He basically stole the money from the org, and he bought it for her. Anyways, let's talk about QAnon. Let's move on.
Hey, man, this hits Texas very personally. That wall means something to you guys. I get it.
Look, dude, I was thinking about moving to Houston when all this stuff first happened. Like I was looking at like fucking what it might be like to do a couple months there.
Exceed
Come on down.
All the rich fucks, dude. All the hustlers. They're saying no more New York, no more California. We're going to Texas, baby. Texas.
Yeah, I know. That's what they're all saying. Joe Rogan's like, I'm going to Texas. It has nothing to do with the extra $100 million I'm going to save.
Of course it does. Yeah, of course.